For Fun Channel writes, "Hello bro, I love your vids. Can you please make a video where you showcase your main characters, what items you have, what the prices of the items are, where to get and how to get them, and what your main goal is for, let's say, next to 2 to 3 months in game? What items do you want? What upgrades are you looking forward to, and stuff like that. And also, how far are you from being the top in matters of gear, damage, buffs, and etc. Thanks." Guys, I'm doing this new thing where I'm going to be taking comments and I'm going to be answering them in videos. So if you want questions answered or topics covered, make sure to leave them in the comments. I know there's a bunch that I still have to cover. I know I owe a bunch of people videos, and I'm going to start working through those hopefully this week. So we'll get that started. Anyway, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Let's get this party started. Okay, guys, so I have, I would say, 3 main characters that I'm going to cover, and that is my main character on each server that I kind of play on. So I have my main character that I've played the longest, which is my wizard, which is on Tristy server for Dekaron Papaya. I will then cover my Alokan, which is on Helion server for Papaya. And the last character that I will cover is my half-baggy that I am currently playing on Dekaron Asia. So let's go ahead and kind of jump right into this. Now, I'm going to start by saying that you guys should be extremely prepared to be massively underwhelmed by my characters. I really have nothing special in terms of what's on my characters, my gear, and all kinds of stuff like that. In terms of Dekaron Papaya, I'm going to be completely honest with you in saying that I currently have kind of given up on these servers. Not in terms of, like, I don't want to make content, but in terms of actually trying to compete and get, like, really high-end gear. Just the amount of pay-to-win in the server just really demotivates me to even try to play, just because there aren't good outlets to farm, and I'll talk a little bit more about Helion server in a minute, but here on Tristy server, which is the server where I have the character that I've played the longest on, Dill doesn't even have any value anymore. So everything has gone through graces, which, guess what, are exclusively obtained through the D shop. So it's like the currency in the game is literally just the D shop, and it's just it doesn't make me want to play, But anyway, you don't need to hear me rant about that. We'll talk about my character here. So here is my wizard. So what do I have on my wizard? So on my wizard, I have lots of stuff, guys. I've been playing on this character for a really long time. Not so much recently, but I have been playing it on a really long time. I have myself a Helion Orb plus 10. I have myself an MC3 plus 10, and I have a Heffron set plus 10. And in terms of, like, my PvE stuff here, I've got, like, gold mechanic wings. I've got my Halloween Spooklet tier 6, which is really good for PvE. And then I have, like, I have a Tristy Armlet plus 9 for, like, critical damage and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you guys right now, in terms of, if you want to know how I obtained all this stuff, the orb itself, I did actually save up graces through events, and I managed to purchase myself. I think at the time I got it for somewhere around 35% or something like that, and that was me saving for, like, a super long time. Before that, I had a Heffron Orb. I had one that DNL made for me, like, a long time ago, and then I ended up with another one when Chemist, I believe, in one of my videos, gave me the Heffron set and stuff like that. I think there was one in there as well, but then I ended up actually saving up and buying this orb on my own, and then I ended up giving one orb back to DNL, and then I think maybe I sold the other one. I can't remember. This gear, guys, I'm like, here's a prime example of why I'm, like, not super motivated on this server. Guys, if Chemist would not have given me all of this stuff, I would still be rocking my MC2 and my full Olympia gear, 100%, because getting this is just, like, it's just, I don't know, guys, it's just all D shop based. Anyway, I need to stop ranting about D shops. Talk about it. This stuff was given to me. I'm just telling you that the Heffron gear was given to me. I did not farm this Heffron gear myself. It was given to me. Before that, I had Olympia and an MC2, which is plenty good for PvE, which is all I'm really doing anyway. Now, I do have my Perpetus. If you need a guide for that, you can look it on my channel. The Spooklet that you get from the Halloween event that happens every year, so we're just going to have to wait and see if it comes again this year. It is October, so we'll see what happens. And then I have 2 Legendary Dragon Necklaces here. As you can see, they're not 2 or anything like this. I farmed these myself, and I don't want to farm more Dragon Souls. I just don't feel like it. To get them to 2 and to get like the 2 stats on them. Try to get the PvP and the DDR and stuff like that. I don't know. Just not really interested. I have my Good Health Jade Bracelet bound, which was from an event a really long time ago. Oh, actually, no, this is the level 171, so this one was not from an event. This one must have been from something else, because the one from the event is level 1. So this one must have been from something else. I don't even know. And then I have the 7th Anniversary Belt, just because it gives good PvE damage, stuff like that. It's nice for PvE and doing damage. In terms of my earrings, I have a Spellcrash, and I have a DK Guardian Platinum earring. Once again, the reason I'm using this earring over like the full moon or something like that is just because it gives me Vit, and I just want more Vit for more damage, basically. You can see here on this character right now, my Vit is at 361% without any buffs or anything like that, so that's actually pretty nice. So I hit pretty hard, as you guys have seen in some of like my damage videos and stuff like that. In terms of like a PvE costume, I have 2 Vit gems, big surprise. I have monster damage tolerance, and then I have 2 attack stats because I'm just trying to max out my damage. So that's kind of like my PvE setup on this character. What would I improve on? I'd maybe get another Tristy Armlet +9 just for more critical damage. My belt, I would get this to +10, or I would get a wedding belt to max out my PvE damage. Actually, real like best would be to get a gold dragon scale belt. But given that you just get that through fishing, or you have to get like a million materas, like I just don't find it realistic. So I don't even that's how my brain works. Like I'm not even thinking about getting it, to be honest, because it's just like it just seems totally unrealistic to me. And I do have a pet too. This is the Unique Karen's Nightmare, and this one gives the all attack 7% and monster damage tolerance 7%, so it's really good for PvE. The Sayer pet, which I think are in platinum boxes right now, would probably be better for PvE, at least for me, because, and I think it's in I think it's in these random boxes right now. No, I don't have any keys. Yeah, I think it's on here. Oh my gosh, guys, I keep clicking. I don't see it here, but I think it was in here, like the Sayer pet, but that one gives 15% critical damage, so that would probably be even better. And then I do actually, I did buy some keys, maybe, or I got it from an event, I don't know. I got this Bentis a long time ago, and this gives 100 Vit too, which is good. So that's kind of my PvE setup. If I was going to PvP on this character, which is pointless because I'm so far behind everyone else, I would definitely change my setup here. I would put on my Wing of the Ruler, because that gives me more PvP stuff. I need to get HP gems and stuff in it. I just haven't done it. Once again, kind of give it up on PvP. And then obviously I have my Great Devil's Horn here, which is going to be big. I'd put that in there, and then I'd probably keep my Vit up, or I do have a Master Wedding or a Flawless Wedding Ring here, and I do have more wedding rings. I think they're in my stash if I wanted to get more of these for just like the extra PvP attack. But right now I've been kind of trying to max out Vit just so I can hit harder. I'm a little out of the loop on PvP just because like I stopped doing it such a long time ago, but that's kind of what I would do. And then I have my Papaya Belt +9. I do not have a Heffron Belt, and I do not have or a Zudo Belt or a Heffron Belt or armlets or anything like that. Those would definitely be best in slot for PvP, but yeah, And then I would put on my Sung Wukong costume, which is funny. That's old school. This is when I did DK Square. This was the best costume, so this is what I used. I do not have a Crest Costume for PvP. Once again, it's just D-Shop stuff, and like I don't know. It seems pointless to me. No matter how hard I try, no matter how hard to get it, I'm just miles behind the paying players. So like from my perspective, it's kind of like, what's the point, But that's my wizard. He hits pretty hard. You can check out any of my damage videos. I think I hit like 500 or 600k or something like that, which is pretty nice. In terms of how far I am from being like top end, I am super far away. In terms of PvE, guys, I know you can max out magic attack damage, which obviously I'm not there. I would need to like improve my brands, and I would need to upgrade to Helion. And I would need to change my wings to something that has a higher attack. Maybe get some attack gems in the wings. But just getting the proper items, I could get my magic attack maxed. I don't know, just kind of like it just comes down to starting to spend money, and I'm just not really there, So I'm pretty far away from that, and then obviously, like even when I have my PvP stuff on, I'm nowhere close to having PvP and damage rates maxed, which is something you're going to want to be going for with, PvP. Once again, I would need Helion. I would need the new Awakened Zudo weapons, which were only available for 1 week, and we're in the D shop, so I don't have that. But yeah, so pretty far behind, 100%. All right, guys, so let's move on to my healing server character, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to look over here for a second just because I'm switching the screens, but I'll be back in a second here. Okay, cool. So healing server. As you guys know, this was a really... Oh, what emblem? What emblem do I have in my wizard? Sorry. I have the Max Snowflake emblem. Anyway, so this is healing server. On healing server, I decided to try out the Alokin, just because it seemed like a fun class. I wanted to try it out, mix things up a little bit. How far am I on this character? Not far at all. Initially, I was doing pretty well, but then they started like selling the MC3 in the D shop and selling the Zudo Awaken weapons, and it's just I am now also miles behind on this character. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have a +8 Helion Spear. I made a video about getting that with the graces that I did have from the first event. I have a +6 Guard Arm, which I made initially just for the 6% PvP res. I've got my gold mechanic wings here, and if I was to be doing PvP, I have my Wing of Dawn Light here, or I think these are technically Aura Wings or something like that. And I do have 1 HP gem in there, but these would obviously be what I would be using for PvP. I do not have the perp farmed yet on this character. However, I am not super far away from it. I have everything except for the Dragon Tongues. So if I was motivated to go farm the Dragon Tongues, it wouldn't really take me, that long to do it. In terms of my armor, I have the original helmet and the free +9 gloves that they gave. I've been using the helmet because it gives 9,000 HP, which is nice, and I've been using the gloves because it gives 5% melee attack. So, but I do need to get those switched out. And then I just have myself a +7 Helion's armor, a +7 pants, and +7 boots. And then in terms of my accessories here, I'm just using the Ultimate Decaline ring. I'm using a Fallen Sailor's ring, just because it was easy to buy. It was pretty cheap. It was like 500 mil or something like that. I'm using the Lacrima because once again I don't have the perp yet. I just need my Dragon Tongues, which I think I'm doing pretty decent on actually. I might go look at my stash quick. Yeah, I have 48. I think you need like 100 or something, right? I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure it's 100, but I have my Kontinuum, I have my Ungula, I have my Lacrima, and I have my Squama. So I have everything except for the Dragon Tongues. And actually, I could show you quick the... where's the stash? It's over here, right? Oh, I could show you that quick. I never go to this stash, guys. I always go to the one that's up on the north end. But yeah, I have my... you'll just see I have a lot of junk in here. It's nothing important. I don't even know where the Kontinuum and the Ungula are. I know I got them. Yeah, here we go. Ungula and Kontinuum. So I did get those. I did those by doing Crestbow hard when the server was kind of first starting. And then I have 1 Immortality Jade Bracelet. I was super lucky to snag this for 400 mil. Just some random person was selling it. I am like an agency watchdog, guys. I wait for stuff to pop up because it'll pop up quick. It'll be cheap. You can get it fast, but you have to checking it every day to get a deal like that. So I was really lucky to get this, and then obviously I haven't found another one, so I just have a +6 Zudo bracelet for the attack, and I have a +9 papaya belt, which I bought. I tried making one, but my +8 one would just not go to 9, so eventually I just got the money and bought the 9 one, and I put some dark gems in all these just for the extra damage. And then I have my Crest Costume here, which is just Vit, block rate, because I can't find monster damage tolerance, and then all attack and melee attack damage. And then I have the 15th Anniversary Emblem from the event that happened a little bit ago. I did not actually get that from the event, but I bought it. It was fairly cheap, so I got that. This server I like a little better because it's more realistic to make Dill, but I mean, I'll show you this guys now. You know that Dill has no value on the other server, and 35% graces on this server. No one's even selling one right now, but they're worth about 2 bill now. So this server is moving in the exact same direction. And yeah, but But I guess my goal on this character, I would just try to finish getting my +7 Havron's armor, maybe start working on Helion. And then I would need to go farm my perp, obviously. That would probably be my #1 thing that I would be trying to work on this character. Making money on this server is a lot easier. However, I hate the way you have to do it, guys. Pretty much the best way to make money on this server, if you're not going to spend money, is with angers. Because the anger fragments sell for a decent amount, and they're pretty easy to farm with battle support characters. Or, Tristy. Or the keys. These keys, which are now actually 250 mil. That's actually really high, because you can actually farm these, if you didn't know. With your, with a battle support character, you have to craft yourself a treasure hunter rune. If you don't know how to do that, it's in here somewhere. DK coin, etc. Treasure hunter rune 3-day. You make DK coins using Seed of Dreams, and then you exchange it for the treasure hunter runes. And there's a chance to get keys. You don't get a lot of them, but you usually get a couple if you run it for 3 days. And then you can sell those. When you make a new character, you get free holy water. So if you just set up like a billion battle support characters, like in the first area, you get a ton of angers, which sell for a lot. You get the keys that sell for a lot. You get the spirit pieces. You get the insanities. But guys, I just don't find that fun. Like just running a bunch of battle support characters, I don't think it's fun. I want something to farm. They're not giving me something to farm, or they're not giving me something to farm. So guess what? I'm not really playing. Anyway, that's my character there. I'm sorry, I can't help myself complaining, because that's just what I do. I'm sorry. Anyway, now the last thing I'm going to talk about is my Dekaron Asia character. So once again, I'm going to look away for a second here, switch the screen, and we will talk about my Dekaron Asia character. So Dekaron Asia, out of all of the official Dekaron servers, is, I would say, the least pay-to-win server right now, but they are very quickly changing that. They're romping out the pay-to-win stuff, and I'm realizing very quickly here that it's not going to be any different than the other servers, so that's very disappointing. But I just recently got level 132. I haven't gone and unlocked my trans yet, but I'm planning on doing that. I have myself some +7 pants, some +7 boots, and then I just have some +6 114 gear, and then my L3 helmet. And then for weapons, I have a +7 Qatar, and I have a +7 Fulshin, both of which I just bought somewhere in the agency at some point for a fairly cheap price. I have my two my 2 rings from Norak, because that's kind of best in slot. And then I have just this random ring from a quest and a Ice Dragon ring, or it's called a Bing Rong's ring or something now. I don't know. I did get the first version of the Materis Tears, but of course they rule it out, and they make the spirit pieces like insanely hard to farm. Unless you just de-shop it, right? It's like they don't actually drop anywhere in the field. They say they drop in the dungeons, but I have farmed in the dungeon. I've done my Duix Marble dungeon every day since the event and haven't gotten a single one. So it's total BS. It's total BS. But you can go ahead. I think it's under here under premium. Yeah, you can just buy the you can just buy them right here, which is stupid, and it's terrible. And then they give you 2 a day or something through here, which is just an absolute joke. I don't know. It's garbage. And then I have my Jade belt circulation, and I got myself a 131 +6 belt. In terms of goals on this character, obviously getting some +9 weapons, getting +9 gear. I mean, that's going to be priorities here. But once again, there isn't a lot of great places to farm. Dill takes a while to farm. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. I would like to get myself my Moonlight armlets and my Moonlight belt and the Moonlight necklace, but it's all stuff that was just in the D shop, so I'm kind of just basically sitting here hoping that they're going to give us something. The Blue Phoenix wings I bought for 350 mil. I watched the agency very closely, and I managed to get a box for 350 mil, which was the vast majority of my money. I had saved up from selling random items, selling Argates that I got. I had someone who gave me 100 mil a while ago because they were quitting the server after the pay-to-win stuff started, so that helped. But, the other 250 mil I saved up myself, and then obviously, I still have 73 mil left over. And I managed to snag these wings, mostly just because they looked cool. I wanted to get the Phoenix wings, but they were just always too, like, they were just out of my price range, and I wasn't really making a lot of money, and I'm like, I'm gonna, like, 350 mil was a really good price for this. I'm pretty sure you can't even get those now for that type. Yeah, like Blue Phoenix Wings, like, I don't know why these are 1.8, but 430 mil. So that's what I did. In terms of goals, like I said, just +9 stuff, basically. I need to keep leveling. Max level's 150, so I need to keep leveling, get my trans, and I'm just this is the main server I'm playing on right now, just because I'm kind of like, the only thing I'm really looking forward to with Dekaron is I'm hoping that they release some PvP content on Dekaron Asia, like Coliseum or DK Square, because then I can at least enjoy the PvP a little bit. And yes, there's already a gap between the paying and the non-playing players, but because, like, critical resistance or critical crit damage resistance isn't a thing yet, and you can't massively stack PvP res and stuff like that, if enough newbie players team up on a strong player, you can actually kill them right now. So, like, that for me was always what I liked about DK Square before, is that even though I was never, like, the top dog, I could team up and I was still able to win, because you worked with what you had, and you could beat the people that, take a second mortgage out on their character. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Fun for channel, or whatever your name was who left the comment. I hope this is kind of what you were looking for. If not, let me know. Tell me I messed up, and I'll try to make a better one. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you have anything you want to see in the future, leave it in the comments. Questions, suggestions, as always, leave them right down below. And until next time, take care.